Okay, so which chapter is going on? Yes, beta. Zen, tell me what you have read in chemistry till now. Any idea? Any guesses? Bring your copies from the next turn. Okay. So we are discussing about atomic structure, chapter number 4. Okay. Chapter 4, atomic structure. Okay. What is atomic structure basically? First of all, tell me about what do you mean by atom? Atom. Small, smallest particle. Okay. The combination of atoms when they join atoms and atoms and atoms. Okay, then they will form a molecule. Is it clear, beta? Everyone? So atom is the smallest particle. You can say this. Okay. You can say that it's the smallest particle. Earlier it was said that atoms can't be broken. Okay, or it does not contain any subparticles. It does not contain subparticles. But when researches are going takes place and scientists discover that there are subatomic particles which are present inside the atom. Okay, so inside atom there are subatomic particles. Yes, anyone can tell me what are the subatomic particles, names of the subatomic particles, beta? Tell me. What are the names of subatomic particles? Means what are the things which are present inside the atom? Yes, anyone? You already, beta, these things already been discussed in the online classes. In the previous chapter also, these are the basic things. I think you already read in class 6 also. You heard about these things? Electron. Have you ever heard about this thing? The word electron? What is that? What is electron? Electron is one of the particles which is present inside the atom. Okay, one of the subatomic particles. Another subatomic particle is proton. Okay, and the third one is neutron. Okay, so an atom consists of all the three particles: electrons, protons, and neutrons. So where electrons are present, where protons are present, where neutrons are present, what are the charges? These you have to learn. Okay, where electrons present, what is the charge on electron, where are neutrons and protons present? Okay, anyone can tell me what is the center, in the center of the atom, what is the thing which is present? Very good. At the center of the atom, okay, nucleus is present. Very good. Is it clear? And where are the electrons present? Just tell me, beta. Huh? Yes, beta. Tell me. Don't hesitate. Just give me the answer. Don't think whether it is correct or not. I am here, inshallah. I will correct it if it is wrong. Okay. Just do it, participate. Okay. Participate in discussion. Always remember, if you participate, you will learn more. Everyone wants to learn more or wants to learn less. Obviously, you are coming here for learning. So, what you are thinking, just go ahead. Okay. Just speak. If it is wrong, then teacher will correct. If it is right, then it is very good that you know it about this. So electrons are present outside the nucleus. Okay. You see solar system, figure of solar system. It is like this. Means sun is in the middle, and these are called as what they are called as orbit. Very good. Because these are all you know, na. In the center, sun is there. Here, planets. Okay, planets are revolving around which thing? Around the sun. Is it clear? So, in the same way, in the atom, in the center, nucleus is present, and and electrons are revolving in orbit. This is called orbit. Okay. These are called orbit, or we can say shells also. Is it clear? So orbits and shells, they are the same thing. In the center of the atom, nucleus is there. Around the nucleus, electrons are revolving. Okay. So where are these two things? Protons and neutrons. Yes, beta, any guesses? Just tell me. Why you are laughing? So, in the nucleus, protons and neutrons are present. Okay? Is it clear? Okay. Just tell me, stand up and tell me, stand up and tell me about atoms and what are the particles which are present inside the atoms and where are they located. State properly. I'm asking you that inside atom, okay, what are the subatomic particles present? First, you tell me what are the names of subatomic particles. And neutrons. Okay. So at the center of the atom, which thing is present? Nucleus. And inside nucleus, what are the two things? Huh? Protons and neutrons. Okay. And where are electrons located? Sit down. Yes, beta. You tell me then, where are electrons located inside the atom? It is located inside the nucleus or outside the nucleus? Huh? Outside the nucleus? No, beta. It is present outside the nucleus. See, this is nucleus. Okay, and these are electrons are present outside the nucleus, and they are present in a circular path. That circular path called as orbit or shell. Okay, I'm telling to everyone, listen my lecture, okay, properly. If I ask you the question and you will not respond, I will out. Is it clear, beta? Okay, I'm telling three things till now. Inside the atoms, at the center, nucleus is present. Electrons are present outside the nucleus. They are located in they are revolving in a circular path. Their circular path is called as orbit or shell. Okay, inside the nucleus, there are two things, protons and neutrons. Okay, is it clear till now? Till here? Okay. Now, we are telling you about the charges. Yes, beta? Yes. Always remember this thing. Okay. Electrons always present outside the nucleus. They are revolving around the nucleus. Okay. How many of you completed your chemistry notebook? Just complete before the next class. Huh? I am asking you notebook of chemistry. Complete it in the next class. It will be on, I think, on Saturday. Complete by Saturday. Okay. Now, charges on subatomic particles. Is it clear? So, what is the charges on subatomic particles? First of all, we should know the names of subatomic particles. Number one is electron. Very good. Number two is, number three is okay. Okay. Electron, the charge on electron is, anyone? Very good. What's your name? What's his name? Nusrat. Spelling? Okay, Nusrat. Very good, beta. It's negative. What's the charge over proton? Huh? Positive. Very good. Yes. What's your name? Very good, mashallah. Its charges? Very good. Okay. What's the charge over neutron? Yes, beta. Think. Huh? Not negative is already covered with neutron, electron. Huh? Positive. Both. Okay, very good. A little bit you can say in the starting. Okay, when both the charges are there, what does the we can say? What is the impact or what? Huh? There will be no impact. When anything doesn't have any impact, what does it is called as? Very good. If positive, suppose that positive and negative, when they comes together, then it will neutralize. It will neutralize. So we can say that, or we can say that neutron has no charge. Okay, is it clear, beta? Remember one thing I am told you, that to maintain the decorum of the class. Okay. Second thing I am telling to you, what I am teaching right now. I will ask you in the next class, and if I am found anyone who is not replying me, okay, those especially who are present right now in the class, then you will see in the next class what I do. Okay, because I am saying whatever you are not getting, okay, you have any confusion, just ask me, so that whatever I am telling to you, just cleared. Okay, all the things I am telling to you, just clear by you. Okay, any confusion, any misconception or anything which you want to ask, free, just ask, sir, I want this, I want to know this. Okay, beta, is it clear? Okay. Now here comes another thing that is called as your symbol, you can say, or representation. It is represented by anyone knows the symbol of electron, how it is represented? Very good. E? Huh? No, no, no. Electron only E. Okay. What is the charge? Negative. So we put small sign over the top. Is it clear? On the right hand side, not here. Not here. Okay. We have to put the sign on the right hand side. On the top, not at the bottom. Is it clear? These small things are important. I am telling you. If you listen the class carefully and note down the things, you will all get more than 90% marks. I am telling to you. Okay. Everyone will get more than 90%. If it you listen the class carefully. You want or you don't want? You want, very good. Everyone wants 90%, more than 90%. Okay, so what is the symbol for this? Put on. Very good, that's plus. But what is the abbreviation? What is the abbreviation used for, like electron? We are using E, and what? And what is the abbreviation for proton? Very good. Keep it up. This is P. And what's the sign? Plus. Very good. P positive. And for neutron? Very good. And see here, sign is on the top, on the left hand side, right hand side. Right. Huh? Okay. So neutron is no charge. You said N, that is correct. And small. Remember all the things, beta. Listen and remember and observe. Listen, remember and observe. We are not using E. This is wrong. We are not using capital P. Okay. We are using a small one. Okay. And not using capital N for neutron. It is small n. And charges. Okay, then we have to write something. Okay, there will be no sign. That's okay. Little bit correct also. So what we have to write here? Huh? Very good. Okay, we put 0. In math, you ever you are 7th class. Okay. This is you read -7 integers. Integers can be positive or negative also. Okay. This is also you read +7, yeah, +5, whatever. Okay. Have you ever noticed that for 0 we put ever plus or minus? So here also no sign. Is it clear now? So this thing is clear. Can you answer my questions? Can I ask? Very good. From the next class, you note the things, okay, and then you start making your proper notes. I will check the copies and I will give you marks over it. Okay. Uh, in this chapter, I told about what do you mean by valency. First, tell me about atomicity. It has been discussed already. We discussed in the class, in online classes. Atomicity. What is that? Huh? Amount of atoms. No. Huh? Yes, tell. Yes. City. If you saying that number of atoms, then it is correct, but you need something to get it accurate. You want to add something to get it more accurate. You can say it's correct means something is still you need to add it so it gets perfect. Okay, or we can say it gets dimensions completed. I am writing the definition. The number of atoms present in one molecule. Okay, see, you don't have book also. The number of atoms present in one molecule of an element is known as its atomicity. Is it clear? Okay. If one molecule contains two atoms, three atoms, one atom, according to that, there are different names. Okay. Is it clear? Listen, molecules of elements such as helium, neon, argon contain single atom each. So they are called monoatomic. Okay. Molecules of elements such as hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen contains two atoms. They are called diatomic. So in one molecule of hydrogen, two atoms are present. Okay, so they are called as diatomic. Di means two, mono means single, one. Here, see, two atoms are there in one molecule. Okay, is it clear? One molecule, two atoms of hydrogen, so it is called as diatomic. Okay, is it clear? For example, helium, He, hydrogen is represented H2. Okay, it means two. This number subscript represent number of atoms, and if there is one, if there is nothing is written over here, it means one is there. Okay, if it is written two, then with two molecules of hydrogen atom. Okay, helium means there is no number written over it. It understood that there is one. So one atom is present. Okay, so this is called as monoatomic. Is it clear? Sure? Okay. Tell me about, do you have any idea about valency? What is valency? Yes, anyone? What do you mean by the term valency? Yes, beta Zen. Any idea? No idea. It has already been discussed also. Yes, you. Any idea? Huh? Valency is called as the combining capacity. Okay. Valency is called as combining capacity. Valency is the combining capacity of an atom of an element. It is a whole number. Okay. Same here. For one, it is called monoatomic, and if the valency is one, it is called as monovalent. Okay. Valency means the combining capacity. Okay. If valency is 1, it is called as, yes, very good, monovalent. Is it clear? And if the valency is 2 is divalent, 3 is trivalent, 4 is tetravalent, or you can say more than 2, you can say more than 1 polyvalent. Okay, or you can say that trivalent for 5 it is called as pentavalent. One is monovalent, 2 is divalent, 3 is your trivalent, 4 is your tetravalent, or 5 it is called as pentavalent. Just remember these things. I am telling you, if you listen it carefully, you will get very good. Huh? For atom? Pentavalent. Atomic. For here, more than 2 is polyatomic. More than 2, you can say it's polyatomic. Okay. Name is also there. You can means collectively called as poly. Okay, like polynomials. You read about polynomials, monomials, binomials, trinomials. You read it or not in maths? Then it will a polynomial also. Okay. So this is clear about these things. Okay. Just tell me brief about what do you mean by sublimation? Yes. That's good. What are sublime solids? Huh? That you are right, but what are sublime solids? What do you mean by sublime? Okay, what is sublimation? Huh? Yes, beta Zem. What do you mean by sublimation? Okay, just better tell me. Sublimations, you already discussed, it is already been discussed earlier. When solid directly changes to gas, it is called sublimation. This process is called sublimation. And that thing, that solid which changes for sublime solid or sublime substances. Is it clear? Okay. Sublimation. The process of changing, just tell me, changing solid to gas directly without going to liquid state is called as examples. Yes, anyone? Naphthalene balls, okay, camphor, camphor in Hindi it is called as kapoor. Kapoor. It's a white crystal like, okay, it's a white solid piece. It's available in the market. You went to the grocery or not grocery, the shops where pulses and all these are, you will get there also. Kapoor, okay. Naphthalene balls, these are the balls which we put in our woolen clothes. You see it also, I think, homes. Our mothers and all dadis, and they put these balls in the woolen clothes so that rats and all the insects do not harm the woolen clothes. Okay, and it do not get smell also, because what happens when we take out woolen clothes after one season, we put it in the sun so that huh? What? Uh-huh. White, this is a circular white balls that come in packets or okay, they used to put inside the woolen clothes so that get protected from the all the insects and bad smells and like that. So this thing is clear to everyone. Okay. One thing more which I want to know that what do you mean by the term evaporation? Hmm? Evaporation. The change of the process in which liquid changes to solid evaporation. Okay. So what are the factors which affect the rate of evaporation? Just tell me what are the factors that affects the rate of evaporation? Humidity. You can say temperature. Okay. Humidity also okay. Humidity. What? Area. That's very good. Area, humidity, temperature. One thing is left. Huh? Rainy season. One thing that is speed of air. Speed of air. Okay. Air. Movement of air. Okay. When the air, the speed, when the air blow fast, then rate of evaporation will be less or more. How? It is true that if the speed of air is more, then it will rate of vibration will be high. One thing, area, we already told about area. Okay. When you wash the clothes and you just put it on the rope, okay, and just means you wash it, open, and just hang it on the rope, okay. So it takes less time as or more time when you wash this clothes and just make a crumble, okay, crumb it, and just put it on over the rope. Which process or which procedure? When you open it, because the area is more, then area more than contact of air will be more. Rate of vibration will be high. Is it clear? So these are the small things which are very, very important. Means rate of vibration. What are the factors which affect the rate of vibration? What do you mean by atomicity? Give examples of diatomic, monoatomic. Okay. What are monovalent? Give example. Trivalent. Okay. Polyvalent. Can say that. Sorry, pentavalent, tetravalent. And remember, what are the tables given in your book? Just go through it. Okay, so that all the things get clear, because these are the valency you should remember. If you not remember, you are unable to do the formula. You will not able to drive the formula. Is it clear, everyone? So in the next class, what you have to do? You have to bring your notebook and book with complete. Okay. Okay, inshallah. What any query? Any confusion? Okay. So inshallah, in the next class, cover your all the previous things. Whatever you have with confusion, just tell me so that you get preparation will be going. Okay.